Wow.
Deep in the Indian jungle, a truly amazing story unfolds. We're talking about a young boy. His name is Mowgli. He's not like other boys, no sir. He was just a little baby, a man cub, when he was found. Can you believe it? Lost and all alone in the wild. But the jungle had a surprise for him. He wasn't alone for long. What an incredible start to a life. This little guy was tough from the very beginning, you bet.
Now who found him? A family of wolves? That's right. A whole pack of them. The Sioni wolf pack became his family, imagine that. Raksha, the mother wolf, she was so brave. She protected little Mowgli from danger. Akela, the great grey wolf, was the leader of the pack. He was wise and strong. He said Mowgli could stay.
So Mowgli grew up with wolf brothers and sisters. He learned to howl at the moon. Amazing! Living with wolves meant learning new things every single day. Mowgli learned to walk and run like a wolf. He learned to understand the sounds of the jungle. Tweet, tweet. That's a bird warning. Grrr! That means stay away. He didn't have clothes like you or me. Nope. The warm jungle air was his blanket. He ate berries and nuts and sometimes honey. What a life, huh? He was strong and quick, a true child of nature. Mowgli loved his wolf family very, very much. They loved him too.
But sometimes he felt a little different. His skin was smooth, not furry. He walked on 2 legs, not 4. He could do things the wolves couldn't, like make tools. He was a human boy in a wolf's world, but the jungle was his playground. It was his home. And he was ready for any adventure it threw his way. What a special kid.
Let me tell you about Mowgli's best buddies. First up is Baloo. He's a big sleepy brown bear. But don't let that fool you. Baloo is super smart and has a giant heart. He loves to eat honey and bananas. Yummy!
Baloo became Mowgli's teacher. He taught him all sorts of important stuff. He wasn't a strict teacher, no way. He made learning fun. They would splash in the river. They would sing silly songs. What a pair.
Baloo taught Mowgli the law of the jungle. These are the rules every creature needs to know. How to find food, how to stay safe. Which plants are good to eat, which ones are not. He taught him the calls of different animals.
We be of one blood, ye and I, Mowgli learned to say. This meant he was friends with all the jungle folk. Except for a few mean ones, of course. These lessons were super important for survival. Good job, Baloo.
Then there's Bagheera. Oh, Bagheera is so cool. He's a sleek black panther, so graceful and so strong. His eyes shine like emeralds in the dark.
Bagheera was the first one to find Mowgli as a baby. He spoke up for Mowgli at the Wolf Council. He promised to help protect the little man cub, and he kept his promise always. Bagheera is very wise. He thinks before he acts. He's like a jungle ninja, so stealthy.
Bagheera was more than just a friend. He was a guardian. He watched over Mowgli with a keen eye. He was always there to give advice. He worried about Mowgli sometimes. The jungle can be a dangerous place, you know. But he also knew Mowgli was special. Bagheera and Baloo, these two were Mowgli's protectors. They were his family, just like the wolves. Their friendship was a powerful thing, truly incredible. What a team! But hold on! Not everyone in the jungle was friendly. Oh no! There was one big, scary animal. His name was Shere Khan. He was a huge tiger with stripes like fire. And guess what? Shere Khan hated humans. He really didn't like them. He thought the jungle was no place for a man cub. He had a limp in one leg, but that didn't make him any less dangerous. He was always lurking, always watching. What a menace.
Shere Khan wanted to catch Mowgli. That was his big bad plan. He thought Mowgli would grow up to be a hunter, just like other men. He was afraid of men and their tools, so he made it his mission to get Mowgli. This meant Mowgli was often in danger.
The whole jungle knew about Shere Khan's hatred. Akela, the wolf leader, was getting old. Shere Khan thought his chance was coming. This was serious trouble, folks.
Now Mowgli wasn't the biggest or the strongest in the jungle. He couldn't outrun a panther or outfight a bear. But Mowgli had something special. He had a very clever mind. He was a human, and humans can think in amazing ways. He could solve problems. He could make plans. This was his superpower.
He watched and learned. He understood things that animals didn't. That brain of his was his best weapon. What a smart cookie.
One day, Shere Khan tried to turn the young wolves against Mowgli. He was getting closer. But Mowgli was ready. He knew about something Shere Khan feared. The red flower. That's what the animals called fire. Mowgli bravely snatched a pot of burning coals from a nearby human village. He waved the fire at Shere Khan. The tiger was terrified. He backed away, snarling and angry. Mowgli stood his ground, protecting himself and his friends. So brave, so clever. What a hero! Through all these wild adventures, Mowgli learned so much. The jungle was his school. Every rustle in the leaves, every animal call was a lesson. He learned to be patient. He learned to be observant. He learned about the circle of life in the big green world around him. What an education!
He understood the rhythms of nature, the sun, the rain, the changing seasons. He was truly connected to it all. Amazing!
One of the biggest lessons was about friendship. Wow! Baloo and Bagheera were always there for him. They taught him. They protected him. They loved him. That's what friends do. He learned that true friends stick by you, no matter what. Even when things get scary, like with Shere Khan, having good friends made him feel strong. Friendship is a treasure, that's for sure. It's a bond that can't be broken easily.
And courage. Mowgli learned what it means to be brave. Facing Shere Khan was terrifying. But Mowgli found courage deep inside himself. He learned that courage isn't about not being afraid. It's about being afraid but doing what's right anyway. He stood up for himself. He protected his wolf family. He protected his friends. That takes real guts.
He discovered his own inner strength. What a little champion. Most importantly, Mowgli learned about himself. He was different, yes. He was a boy living among animals. But he belonged. The jungle was his home. He had a special place in it. He could bridge the world of humans and the world of animals. He was unique, and that was his strength. He learned to be proud of who he was. Mowgli, the man-cub, the hero of the jungle. What an extraordinary life he leads. The jungle is truly a wondrous place.